Having a sense of perspective is oftentimes difficult when you rush around with our everyday lives. So today I am here with something that may seem like very common, but we're going to talk a little bit and today tell the story a little bit about the sacred Datura. Hello, I'm A.G. Vasquez and this is Maps and Legends. The Datura plant has been known by a number of names. It's commonly known as Jimson weed. That's a derivative of Jamestown weed, from what I understand is the etymology of it. Datura is an ancient plant that dates back in use medicinally and culturally for thousands of years. This one in my yard has been blooming all day, and typically they bloom towards the evening and they close up by noon. People do use it as a decorative plant. It grows in temperate and hot climates all over, so it's all over the planet now. This is a highly toxic member of the nightshade family. This is not something to be toyed with. If someone comes to you and says, hey, for $100 I can make some Datura for you and send you on a mystical experience, walk the other way. This is not a how-to. Listen to your old friend Antonio. Don't. Definitely do not try this stuff. People with many, many years experience actually die. The Southern Paiute people, the Nuwubi, we know them as Chemehuevi. And Chemehuevi used to use it, and it was deemed by the United States government as a cult, the Datura cult, back in the late 19th century. And it was at this same time that sacred plants all over the world and sacred dance and sacred songs were being banned outright by Western governments as imperialism had taken root all across the planet. What happened historically out there really had a tremendous effect on simple things like the names of plants that were changed. Datura, because it was never grown as a crop, just became a weed. Like many native plants that were used in ritual, a lot of the places, geographic locations, and plants were demonized. Amaranth was a really important sacred plant, fed millions of people. It's come back into fashion, but for a long time, it was called pigweed, and it was eradicated across the United States, particularly in the 1930s, to grow cash crops like wheat. Just to give you a little of the history and the background of these plants and how people's perspective can change, and a plant that was used for tremendous healing and other sacred uses has now been kind of relegated to the past and the side of the road simply by being called a weed. Years ago, after a journey down 62 out to the Colorado River, seeing amazing array of these rather spectacular and showy plants, decided to call it the Datura Highway. In a good year, you will see Datura literally for the entire stretch of 62, from I-10 out to Parker Dam. They are just covered the roadsides with Datura. I guess what really strikes me about these plants, apart from its history, is the beauty of it. It has a really amazing and subtle beauty, yet it is highly toxic. It seems to be something that nature likes to pull on us, and we learned about the creosote recently and its many uses, but that it also is toxic to a lot of things. But coming out here and traveling down the Datura Highway, being here in my own backyard, sometimes you can find some really great things in your own backyard. Admiring the sacred Datura and appreciating and respecting the wonderful things that Mother Earth has to offer us. Those, of course, are just some of the things and some of the many reasons why inland Southern California is one of my favorite places. You look at things from a different perspective when you are given an opportunity to. Journey and open your mind up. That's what Maps and Legends is about.